on the decline. And it's depressing to think about the stories of violence that are on the rise. The children and staff who were killed at Columbine, people who are shot to death in public, the teen who was beaten to death recently, and the Tea Party participant who was beaten. I mean, all these stories, it's just depressing. We remember only too vividly 9/11 and worry about the threat of terrorism. Are we safe? And for how long? People are concerned about political correctness. They say that this is the same as thought control, and that this movement in various forms has sprung up throughout history in totalitarian regimes in order for governments to control their citizens. People are upset about the bailouts. Well, when will they end? Are they fair? Are bailouts even permissible by our system of government? People are worried about our declining economy, the national debt, and the devaluing of the dollar. They say our national debt could bankrupt the country. You know what that means, bankrupt the country? It means our bank accounts will become worthless. There are people who are afraid the government is getting too big. People are arguing about socialized medicine, cap and trade, laws restricting free speech, mandated vaccinations, government takeover of private property, and so on. People say they see parallels between what is happening in the United States and other countries that are more socialistic, and they are worried that the same things happen here. Much of this turbulence has led to the Tea Party movement. Tea Partiers are energized to defend their freedom, learn about it, and define how it should work. They say the Tea Party movement has not died out because Americans don't want to lose their freedom. People are deriving more and more information and news from unconventional news media. In addition, information is transmitted very quickly via the internet, whereas in the beginning of our country, it took weeks for information to travel back and forth by horseback. So could this mean that changes will happen quicker than our past history? Because communication is so quick. Through a couple of these communication mediums, Facebook and Twitter, there's talk of a possible revolution, and people are hoarding guns, food, and ammunition. This is a very scary time in our history. But regardless of where you stand on these issues, I submit to you that the chaos that we see in the world today is because there is one thing that adults were not taught when they were children. And as a matter of fact, if this one thing had been taught, we wouldn't even be going through these turbulent times. So as parents and educators, what do we need to give children? What is essential so that no matter what the future holds, our children will be able to handle it? Do they need to know how to read? Well, yeah, reading is important. But is there a book that tells you what to do during turbulent times? Well, they should know history, they should know math, they should know science. Is knowledge enough? Survival techniques, they need to know how to take care of themselves. Well, yeah, that's important. But is that enough? They need to know how to follow directions. Well, yeah, again, that's important. All these things are important, but are they essential? What if the directions don't work? Yeah, your child knows how to follow directions, but the directions don't work, something goes wrong. Then what? Well, they need to know how to be safe. Well, how will he know what to do to be safe? Does he do what others do? And what if others do the wrong thing? Or what if others don't know what to do? Well, he needs to know how to obey his teacher. If he learns how to obey, will he obey anyone? And how can he decide who to listen to and who to ignore? What if he obeys the wrong person? Or what if he obeys a power seeker? He needs to know right from wrong. Yeah, he does. But how will he determine that? Especially in an age when people argue that morality depends on what group you belong to. to know that we love him. Well, yeah, that's very important. And that will give them strength during hard times, but is love enough? I know of troubled teens who know their parents love them, but something else is missing. How to get along with others? Who needs to know how to get along? Well, during an economic collapse, tell me how that's going to help him. Also, what if others want what he doesn't want? And what if others want the wrong thing? So what is it that he needs? And why are we so concerned about it? Somehow you know this is a really important question, or you wouldn't even be here tonight. Somehow you sense that the answer to this question is crucially important to the happiness and survival of your child. Well, what is it that man needs in order to survive? In nature, animals have certain characteristics which are essential for their life. Like some animals can run very fast in order to catch their prey. Eagles have sharp eyes so they can find food. Some animals change color to protect them from their enemies. But what do we have? What do we as humans have to help us survive? And what is it that we have that's different from all the other animals and is essential for our survival? What is the one thing that children need to know? How to think.